Hi everyone, it's me, Lindsay Madden, and welcome to my very first episode of Chit Chat. Before I go any further, I just want to tell you that this has been something that I've been wanting to do for a really long time now, but just didn't have the guts to do so. And then I saw Jasmine Star doing it on her blog and Holly True doing it on her blog, and I absolutely loved the final product. So I guess you can say that was my final push. So why Chit Chat? Well, I've been blogging for about 8 months now, and while I absolutely love to write and it would be something that I always continue to do, I also love to talk. And I figured it'd be a wonderful way and a different way to engage my fellow readers as well as new readers that happen to stumble across my blog. I think it will give a nice voice to Lindsay Madden Photography, and at the same time, I think it will be really beneficial to you guys if you do have any questions that you want answered. Basically, I'm looking to hopefully generate some great conversation between some really fabulous readers. So I'm not entirely sure where this Chit Chat series is going to lead, whether it's going to be a once-a-week posting or a bi-weekly posting. Again, a lot of it is up to you guys, my fellow readers, to give me that feedback as well as any questions that you want answered, whether it's photography related or just random life stuff that you kind of want my opinion on. So with that said, I am going to dive right into my very first question. It comes from Liani, and she says, I'm wondering how you get that look in your photographs. Do you do all your post-processing in Photoshop? Are there any tips you can give me? Well, Liani, before I go any further talking about Photoshop, I just want to tell you and everyone else out there that I strive to take really great photographs straight out of the camera. Because of this, it allows me to cut down on my post-processing time in Photoshop, and then at the same time, I'm really streamlining my workflow. How do I achieve these images straight out of the camera? Well, I operate my camera fully in manual settings, so I can manipulate my ISO settings, my f-stops, as well as my shutter speeds. With that said, I do use Photoshop for a few things. I use it to make the color in my images pop a little bit more, as well as add that crispness that you're seeing to my images so they're blog ready, as well as website ready, as well as client ready. How do I get these images to look this way? Well, I use Kubota Image Tools, and I first learned about Kubota Image Tools on Jasmine Star's blog when she raved about them. This product is basically a package of actions that you install directly into your Photoshop, and at a click of a button, you can really see your images come to life. My favorite action in the Kubota Image Tools series is what they call Magic Sharp, and this is adding that crispness or that look that you see in my photographs. So, Liani, I hope this helps. My next question comes from Marie, and she says, I'm studying to become a photographer. Did you teach yourself or did you attend a school? Well, Marie, first off, congratulations on becoming a photographer. I truly hope you find this industry just as exciting as I do. With that said, I started out enrolled in the online program for the Institute of Photography, and about halfway through the course, I started getting a little bit antsy. I didn't feel as if I was learning as quickly as I wanted to. I still felt as if I really wasn't understanding my camera to the best of my ability. The New York Institute online photography program is absolutely brilliant for people who thrive by learning via audio or via reading through a book. Me, I'm a much more hands-on learner. So I decided to close the book on that one, move it aside, pick up my camera and start practicing every single day. I would take photographs of my sister, I would take photographs of random strangers, of still objects in different lighting scenarios, whether it was a cloudy day or a sunny day, whether it was indoors or outdoors. Basically, my goal was to really understand my camera that would be ready for anything. On top of that, I'm enrolled in a lot of different online forums where a bunch of photographers just get together online from all over the world and are really out there to help each other better their craft, as well as just a great way to network with photogs in your area. Also, I follow a bunch of talented ladies via their blogs. I'll follow Jasmine Star. I know I always mention her. I also follow Jessica Claire, Melissa Jill, Rachel Kate Photography. All these women are so talented and so open with the information that they provide that it truly has been a wonderful thing for me in developing my craft as a photographer. So Marie, I guess you can say I am self-taught. I'm not embarrassed to say that I am. I actually truly embrace it. I'm a type of person who loves a challenge, and what greater challenge is than teaching yourself a totally new craft. So best of luck, and I hope this helped answer your question. My next question comes from Andrea, and she says, I stumbled across your blog and just love your work. It's so fresh. I saw your inside of a dog post and was wondering how you achieved that depth of field. Well, Andrea, before I answer your question, I just wanted to let you know that I shoot with a Canon 5D Mark II. Now, I didn't start off shooting on this camera. It's actually a new camera to my little bag of tricks. I started out on the Canon Rebel T1i, and I absolutely love that camera because it was my very first DSLR, and at the same time it really helped me learn my manual settings, and it really is kind of the predecessor to the images that you're seeing today. But I knew that I wanted to take my business in a different direction, and because of that I needed the equipment to do so. With that said, my two absolute favorite lenses that I shoot with are the 50mm 1.2 as well as the 85mm 1.8. These are both Canon prime fixed lenses, meaning that they don't have a zoom to them. So I actually zoom with my feet, which I love because it allows me to be more involved with my clients during their photo shoot, and I feel as if I'm really able to capture those little moments that they're having between them, which leads to my photojournalistic and editorial style. So with that said, I also started on the 50 1.4, which is a beautiful lens, and it's a great value for your money. It's about $300 to $400. It's another Canon fixed lens, so I definitely wouldn't knock the 51.4. So now answering your question, for that post, I used the 51.2 shooting at 1.2. So I shot wide open, which allowed me to achieve that depth of field where you're seeing the subject pop and the background blurred out. So again, Andrea, I shot that post with a 51.2 shooting wide open at a 1.2. Lastly, my final question comes from Sarah H. It's a non-photography related question. It's more of a fun, girly question. She asks, what's your favorite winter nail polish? I searched high and low, and I seem that I can't find one that is safe for work. Well, Sarah, my favorite winter nail polish, and I too have searched high and low for a great one, is by OPI. It's called Siberian Nights. It's a beautiful shade of dark purple, almost like a rich plum color, and I too like to think that it's safe for work. So with that said, all the ladies who are seeing and viewing me right now via your computer from work, go out on your lunch break, get a manicure, try out Siberian Nights. I promise you it won't do any harm to try it out. Well, this concludes my very first episode of Chit Chat. Again, please leave your feedback in the comment box below, as well as any questions that you want answered on a future installment of Chit Chat. Bye!